like the best idea to show the swastika.
So, can you introduce yourself for me, please?
My name is Denis Nikitin. I'm from Russia. I'm born in Moscow. Spent the last 5 years of my life in Ukraine. Now fighting for Ukraine in this crazy war, so to say. And I'm a nationalist, like hardcore nationalist. I'm considered a traitor in my homeland, and there's no way for me, there's no going back for me to Russia, at least current Russia, under current regime. I know that my friends are being tortured and executed in Russian prisons, and if they ever catch me, I will obviously I will undergo the same type of tragic death and tragic destiny. So yes, I'm a traitor, I'm a criminal, whatever they call me, I don't care. But in my eyes, it's well, the problem is, like, I'm a Russian nationalist. I was a Russian nationalist throughout my life, I mean, grown-up life. And it's the Russian nationalism that took a wrong turn somewhere on its path, and it's not me being a traitor. You know, if our whole society, or if like the vast majority of my kin decide to invade Ukraine for some ridiculous reasons, and if I'm not supporting it, I'm a traitor. I don't care. I would rather be a traitor. I like this country. You know, I can enjoy freedom here. I have great friends here, and I will fight for this country. I'm fighting for this country, regardless whether it's going to be my fellow Russians or, I don't know, Germans or whoever. You know, because yet again, if they were fighting for something, you know, for a bigger cause, I don't know, for higher values, for race, for blood, or for whatever, they want just to establish here the very same anti-white regime that is in Russia now. Because Russia is pretty much a melting pot, just like the United States, but we have our own Latinos and Negroes, but just local tribes, you know. And the Russians in Russia are, you know, secondary. They're not even on the top. And this so-called the Russian world that they want to establish, this is just one huge gulag that they want to spread. And the thing is that the Russian government, they never try to make life of the Russian population better. They try to make life of their neighbors worse. You know, and this is the major difference. That's why I left Russia 6 years ago, and that's why I'm fighting.
How would you define nationalism here? How would you define Ukrainian nationalism, and how would you say your nationalism is more hardcore?
Well, now it's like, it's a very funny moment to speak about nationalism, because first of all, if we want to speak about nationalism, we need to speak about the just tremendous hypocrisy of the Western world, because before 24th of February, before the war started, the word nationalist was like almost a slur, like a curse word. And if you would say, like, I'm a nationalist, like, oh no, oh my God, like, no way, white supremacy, neo-Nazis, Hitler, very bad, no way, always banned. And all of a sudden, within, I don't know, a couple of weeks, the whole Western media acts as if we were the knights in the shining armor, you know. They act as if there was no bans, there was no witch hunt against us, and all was fine. And I even made a meme with this guy who's sweating heavily and he doesn't know which button to press. Liberals in 2022 be like, kill neo-Nazis, support neo-Nazis, you know. So what I see as a tendency, now the Russians are the neo-Nazis, the Russians are the fascists, the racists, whatever, and we are, as I said earlier, the knights in the shining armor, the patriots. And they act as if like the neo-Nazis, they were like someone else, some other bad neo-Nazis that all vanished on the 24th. There's no liberals among us. There's no gays, no feminists, no, how you call them, soy boys who always puts a flag on you on YouTube or on any other social network when you say something that they don't like, you know. They're not fighting. We are fighting. We are the bad guys. We are the neo-Nazis. We are the Hitler lovers, as they all call us, as they all label us. We are fighting. They're not. So the whole world sees it, and they realize that actually we are the ones protecting them from the Russian horde.
And do you think once the war is over and you guys have won it, you've held the line, do you think they'll go back to their language to describe you?
Oh yes, absolutely, absolutely, because the agenda will not change. The agenda will not change because our ideology opposes their ideology anyway, because they are for degeneracy, they are for decay, they are for all this crazy multi-world out there, and we are against it. But the thing is that we were against it and we are against it now, and they all of a sudden decide to, you know, change colors. They are super supportive of us. You know, they were always against military, they were always against, because our ideology is always a struggle, it's always a fight, you know, and obviously war is a peak of our ideology. So we are being persistent, and they are just, you know, changing colors, trying to adjust. So once the war is over and their asses are in safety, I mean, if you're a fag, maybe your ass is never in safety. So once they're safe, they will definitely get back to their agenda, they will definitely get back to their points, because we will remain their enemies as much as they will remain our enemies. But, you know, what I believe in now is white internationalism. I will definitely have way more in common with you as an Irish guy, or with someone from Poland or Germany, rather than with someone from North Africa or Middle East or Latin America. It's a cultural affiliation, it's, let's call it a common root, history, you know, and that's why I stick to the term of white internationalism.
And just to touch on Zelensky, the president, you know, your commander, he's essentially your commander-in-chief. He is himself a Jew. Is that something that, you know, bothers you for him as your commander-in-chief?
Well, first of all, as a voluntary battalion, I'm not part of the official military forces. I can't say that he's my official commander, so to say. Second of all, if that also Jewish president creates an environment that enables freedom. I mean, I always said you can run around the rainbow flag and make a gay parade in Kiev, but you can also have a nationalist parade with a torchlight, you know, march. So you just choose a side. I mean, you can enjoy this kind of freedom only here. You can't have like a torchlight parade in Russia or in Germany, or I don't know, maybe it's possible in Ireland, but here it's possible for sure. So he tries to balance out. He's not our friend, but as of now, he's definitely our ally, and he has proven himself a worthy commander. So let's see what future brings. As of now, his nationality definitely doesn't bother me.
And you have a brand as well. Tell me about this, and how did you set it up?
Yeah, it's a long story. It was can be dated back to 2008. It's the White Rigs brand, officially banned on Facebook and Instagram. So if you will post it online, I guess it will be taken down. Well, this is actually an official brand. This is a trademark, registered trademark.
White Rex.
White Rex, exactly, like the White King. It's a combination of English and Latin words. Rex for king, white for white, obviously. I just decided to make a lifestyle label that would promote certain values, my personal approach to the right-wing movement, because as I said before 2008, I was like everybody else, street fighter guy, you know, fighting immigrants in the streets. But I realized that this is not the way our movement should develop. Our movement is not about beating the immigrants, actually, at its core. Our movement is about becoming a better version of yourself, becoming healthier, stronger, smarter, setting up a family, like creating a better world around you. So obviously the liberal media always puts us in the better light. Oh, you beat up immigrants. Oh, you do this. Oh, you do that. And this happens a lot because there is no, at least in Russia, there is no way to set up a political movement that would be like a right-wingish. That's why we're all limited to just illegal street activity, so to say. But because we all were passionate about our set of views and beliefs, and at the certain point, I just decided, okay, I'll make a clothing label, and then MMA tournaments, so that our guys would have a chance to to compete with each other, to grow, to develop as fighters, as personalities, and this all was under one label. And I helped other nationalists in Italy, in France, in Germany, in Greece to do the same. They were looking up to me and practically copying my idea. The guys in the United States as well. So at the end of the day, we had a whole generation of guys who were not like drinking beer and beating the immigrants, but they were sober and strong, going into the gym, going into the MMA tournament, the boxing tournament, the kickboxing tournament. And that was obviously something where the Western governments thought, okay, this goes too far. Because if you have a bunch of guys who just drink beer and occasionally kick an immigrant ass, there's nothing special about it, and they impose no threat. But if you all of a sudden create a movement that is popular, that has good-looking guys, that attracts attention, they all are sober, they all are getting stronger. This obviously is something the Western governments don't like. That's why they decided, to crush me. And for instance, I'm banned from European Union for 10 years. I didn't commit a single crime on the European soil, but they still banned me just for my political activities.
And what was the reason they banned you? What was the law or the legislation they used to ban you?
They said that I impose a threat to the democratic values of the German Republic, and because I promote like hate and I incite hate or whatever, although I never did. But just the fact itself that my guys now are fighters, are skilled fighters, that's reason enough to label me as a dangerous person, as a threat. But yet again, it just makes them look stupid in this whole situation, because I have a lot of intel about the German army, what bad situation they are now, that there's lack of munition and armored vests and helmets and everything. And for instance, I know that Germany is now constantly, there's different military exercises in Germany, and they all realize that they're not ready for a big war. And except for the professional army and the nationalists, there's nobody in the Western society to pick up arms and join a volunteer battalion to fight off a menace like Russia, I really think that after the military defeat here, Russia will start crumbling, and one day I will definitely walk the streets of my home town, Moscow, obviously heavily armed, and with my heavily armed friends, and exactly, and maybe even this flag will wave over my house. But if one way or another, I think that the current regime in Russia will crumble and fall.